Honorable members, I am happy to announce that the Provincial Advisory Committee on these matters of wasteful expenditure and fruitless expenditure has engaged all the departments with regard to this particular matter, and an estimated amount of 2 billion rand has been submitted to the National Treasury for consideration and condonement, and I must say, National Treasury is working with us very well on this particular matter. These efforts will be sustained in 2018-2019 financial year in collaboration with all the departments, including the Office of the Auditor General. In 2014, provincial departments averaged adherence to payments of suppliers within regulated 30 days stood at 80%. In the last 3 months of 2017-2018, Madam Speaker and honorable members, provincial departments recovered and recorded 90% of payment to service providers within 21 days. And I must say we must applaud some of the departments, which are about 5, which have been able to pay service providers within 21 days, and those departments constitute 95% of the departments in the province. When we came in, Madam Speaker, in 2014-2015, we found that many positions of heads of departments were in an acting capacity. We worked very hard, and ultimately we ensured, Madam Speaker, that we were able to fill all those particular vacancies with 100% results. It was only recently that one HOD resigned, and already a process to fill up that particular post is in motion. We also, Madam Speaker, realized when we came in 2014-2015 that the number of women represented in the top echelons of the government was very low. So we took a decision to make sure that we push the agenda of building a non-sexist South Africa, and we are happy to announce, Madam Speaker, that where we are standing now, 50% of HODs in the province is women. This includes the Director General of the province, Dr. Lydia Sebeho. Madam Speaker, let us also indicate that in the context of the National Development Plan, we took a position to advance radical socio-economic transformation based on rebranding, repositioning, and renewal of the province, and we anchored the strategic approach on the 5 pillars. I also just want to indicate in that context, Madam Speaker, that having adopted the ACT, agriculture, culture, and tourism, as one of the strategic pillars and one of the strategic concretes in pursuing the economy of this particular province, we had recorded as the province in advancing tourism in the province here, not less than 50,000 tourists coming into the province. And 1 million is estimated that the industry has created some additional 20,000 jobs. All this linked to the various initiatives which we have taken, Madam Speaker, to advance the issue of tourism in the province. We also realized, Madam Speaker, that for us to push the economy and to advance the ACT, we need also to make sure that we push the necessary tributaries and the necessary catalysts which must anchor our economy. Therefore, we also had to focus on the issue of electrification. And we are happy to indicate to the House that in 2013-2014, when we took over, the electrification backlog in the province was estimated at 127,000 households. So today we are happy to report that we are now standing at 35,000 households, which then means that the province is on track to achieve its strategic objective. This represents, Madam Speaker, access to electricity in the province are now at 86%. We are only remaining with 14% to cover that particular backlog. So we are getting there. As far as crime is concerned, in 2014, we committed ourselves to make sure that we deal with this particular matter. Now, let's indicate, Madam Speaker, that some of our achievements include the decrease of arson by 7.6%, commercial crime decreased by 7.1%, theft in general decreased by 6.4%. In as far as community matters are concerned, we took a decision to open the Sitsokotsane Operation Center. And the Sitsokotsane Operation Center is not only operational at a provincial level, Madam Speaker, it's also there at a local level. Let's indicate that in 2017-2018 financial year alone, Sitsokotsane Operation Center resolved just over 1,500 complaints raised by members of the public. Provincial departments in this regard will provide some of the details. As we indicated when we started the speech, Madam Speaker, Nelson Mandela cautioned that the more successes you register, the more realization that more mountains still need to be climbed. Given the historical legacy of inequality and service delivery backlogs around communities, it is only fair to accept that we will not have been able to address all challenges in time we have had since 1994, and specifically since the coming in of the fifth administration in 2014.
Well, indeed, there you have Premier of the Northwest, Supra Mahamupelo, giving the state of the province address in the Northwest. We've also saw a stage out from EFF members, of course, heckling the Premier as he was speaking throughout his address, and then they were asked to leave. We will be giving you more detail.
Accountability and consequence management, and ensure that with effect from April 2018, all the performance contracts of accounting officers will include the following financial management indicators, which will be monitored on a monthly basis. And this will include service providers being paid within 21 days, revenue enhancement and meetings, the revenue targets, VTSD spending, which is villages, townships, and small dorpies of 70%, and the need for us to make sure that we work on improving overall audit outcomes by the Auditor General. As far as the villages, townships, and small dorpies economic development is concerned, Madam Speaker, in summary, we just want to indicate, honorable members, that we took a decision in 2014-2015 to identify agriculture, culture, and tourism as one of the most important concrete to push our economy forward. The growth of our economy has confirmed that we were right. As we speak, Madam Speaker, our economy has now grown by 3.4% during the first quarter of 2017, followed by another 4.9% for the second quarter and another 4.3% for the third quarter. During the same period, the national economy was growing at minus 0.6% for the first quarter, 2.8% for the second quarter, and 2% for the third quarter. So you can see that the economy of Bokonibu-Pirima is growing above the national average. So we are doing well. The fifth administration, as I've indicated, Madam Speaker, adopted in 2014 this critical pillar of the economy anchored on agriculture, culture, and tourism. And as I say, we are correct. And I just want to quote President Ramaphosa when he was addressing Parliament last week. And he says, and I quote, "As agriculture made the largest contribution by a significant margin to the improved growth of our economy in the second and the third quarter of 2017, close quotation." This is what was said by President Ramaphosa last week. We were right when we identified these critical pillars of the economy when we came in 2014. 2014-2015. We don't end there, Madam Speaker. We took a decision that we are going to develop special economic zones, and I must indicate here that work is at an advanced stage to work with the national departments that are relevant in this particular matter, particularly to focus on the metal platinum based on the demand that is growing for platinum as a commodity globally. And I'm sure those who follow the news, you may have realized that the president of China indicated that one of the things they are going to be doing soon is to use technology that they will deploy in using platinum to help them to clear their environment in order to do quality control of the environment. This means that the demand for platinum is going to increase, and as a province, we must be ready to push this strategic tributary of our economy because it will help us to create jobs and to industrialize our villages, townships, and small dorpies. Madam Speaker, we don't end there. As part of building the villages, the townships, and small dorpies industrialization, we have taken a decision that as government, working through the Northwest Development Corporation, we are now going to be producing our own learner support material. And work in this regard is at an advanced stage to make sure that these potential jobs that are 100, as far as that creation of that industry is concerned, we speed it up. Secondly, Madam Speaker, in pushing the villages, the townships, and the small dorpies economies, we have taken a decision last year, as we announced, where we are going to establish what is called People Security Services in the province. And I must indicate, Madam Speaker, where we are at an advanced stage, and we are focusing on the VTSD areas in this particular matter. And our budget is ranging around 400 million on this particular matter. And through the medium-term expenditure framework, it will go to nothing less than 1.2 billion. I must just indicate to our people, gore bagaetsho, ga re tlisa ditšhono tse tsa dikgwebo tse ke buang ka tsona tse, re tle go le kopa gore re ska ra dirisa bopelotshetlhe ka ntlha gore bua jaana ile gore this project, we have started it, part of it is being implemented as we speak in the province, and the training is taking place in Tswaing. Now, some of the young people there who are not employed then went and disrupted the training process of this particular project. So, ke tle go kopa bagaetsho gore re somareleng re be re tlhokomeleng seo e leng sa rona. Going forward, this particular matter of insourcing and hybridizing the security services in the province is going to adopt a cooperatives model. You will also remember, honorable members, that last year we announced that Chicken Bed Holdings, we are in discussions with them to make sure that we have a shareholding in that company as government. What we can indicate that is that we are at an advanced stage in as far as this particular matter is concerned, and we will urge CBH to complete all the necessary analysis in as far as the impact economic studies is concerned, because we can't be overpricing because it is government that is coming into the picture. One of the things we said, Madam Speaker, is the VTSD, villages, townships, and small dorpies retail economy and the opening of bakeries in the province. We also indicated last year that as far as agro-processing is concerned, we are going to make sure that it also focuses in the villages, the townships, and the small dorpies, so that small-scale agro-hubs across the province can begin to emerge. In this regard, Madam Speaker, we must indicate to the House that one of the things we are going to be doing is to make sure that we have a feedlot system, feed bank, abattoir scheme in the province, working together with both the commercial and the small-scale farmers across the province as part of the some work, some track philosophy, which we adopted in 2014. We did not end there, Madam Speaker and honorable members. we took a decision that for us to help our farmers, both commercial and emerging, we must work together to establish the Northwest Agricultural Fund, which will then help our members to move forward in this particular result. 110 million rand has been set aside for special economic development zones, and I hope that part of the announcement that was done by the Minister of Finance a day before yesterday includes this particular matter, because if we exploit optimally this particular opportunity, we can then make sure that value that is up to 4 billion rand is created in the province, so that we can create jobs whose potential is over 6,045 in the province when we realize that particular objective. Madam Speaker, we took a decision that to confront unemployment that is facing our people, we will establish youth entrepreneurship services, which is YES, with special focus on the villages, the townships, and the small dorpies. We are happy to indicate to the House and all the honorable members that we have now opened the first VTSD retail house store in Potchefstroom, and it's working, it's supplying the tuck shops, the hardware stores, and so on and so forth, in the JB Marks municipality. We are not going to end there, Madam Speaker and honorable members. Some of the VTSD hyperstores are going to be opened in Mahikeng. The work has already started. The other one will be open in the remaining 2 districts, which is Bujanala and Dr. Rus Humutsi Mumpat. Irikinopole Tautona Khapefa Ntate Cyril Ramaphosa. Kiamonopola. Working in partnership with business, organized labor, and community representatives, we are creating opportunities for young people to be exposed to the world of work through internships, apprenticeship, mentorship, and entrepreneurship, close quotation. Now, you will also realize, honorable members, President Ramaphosa made a pronouncement around youth employment services, which he says is a program which is going to be launched in the next 21 days or so. So you will now realize that we had already started our YES in 2014-2015. This means that the Bokonibu Pirima YES will be coming together and converging with the national government YES. It's just that Yaronagi Youth Entrepreneurship Services, your nationally youth employment services, but the strategy and the objective is one, to deal with youth unemployment and skills development in the country. What we have done to pursue this objective that the President is talking about, we have made sure, Madam Speaker, that we establish a sustainable service delivery based at work enterprise combo last year, which has benefited over 1,600 young people in all the 4 districts here in the province. Now, as part of Sisukuzan, and in the context of villages, townships, and small dorpies, we will establish a youth employment program through the Northwest Development Corporation, and this program will act as a platform for job creation, enterprise development, and opportunity management. The Premier has taken a decision that he will, on a quarterly basis, meet with young people to have a conversation on matters of entrepreneurship development, science, technology, innovation, and sports, so that young people themselves, through this engagement, they can come up with ideas on how we can resolve some of the challenges that we face around unemployment. Now, the private sector here in the province to come to the party. When Tonakolo goes around the province and meets these young people, you big business, you must join us so that we can help these young people to get out of unemployment. Madam Speaker, we made a pronouncement last year that in compliance with the national government decision to rationalize state-owned entities, we are going to convert the Northwest Development Corporation into what is going to be called People's Economic Growth Agency, kapa PEGA, which will be the acronym. Its strategic location will be about making sure that we deal with all the challenges that are facing our economy, but also making sure that we exploit all the opportunities that are there to drive our agenda going forward. Honorable Speaker, in delivering on the above-mentioned mandate, allow me to outline some of the interventions to support small enterprises in the province. As you know, the Department of Finance, Economy and Enterprise Development has been given this particular responsibility, and I'm very happy that they have embarked on what is called Growth Accelerated Program, which is GAP, which serves as a feeder to a national program called Gazelles. And approximately 64 top performing SMMEs with potential for growth and employment creation and a turnover of between 250,000 and 1 million were selected to participate in this particular program. We did not end there. We went around the province, engaged business people, big and small, and we agreed. Yes, Madam Speaker.
Speaker, I just want to check whether the Premier will take a question.
Yeah, you can ask the question, no problem. What's
Thank
the
you.
question?
Thank you so much, Speaker. I hear the Premier every time, Ramaphosa, Ramaphosa. I want to ask, is he still supporting Zuma?
Well, now you must come back to the ANC. Just for your information, all presidents of the African National Congress, those who have passed on and those who are living, must continue to be supported by all of us because they've contributed a lot to the liberation of the people of this particular country. Ke a leboga. Oh, Honorable Speaker, let us just indicate, because we lost some of the time during the brouhaha that was going on here, that we continue to make sure that 70% of spending in the province goes towards the villages, the townships, and the small dorpies. And all the departments, honorable members, please make sure that we adhere to this particular objective that we have adopted as a province. We have also adopted the program of reconciliation, healing, and renewal. What we did with this program, Madam Speaker and honorable members, le batho ba Bokone Bophirima, re netefaditse bagaetsho gore bana ba rona ba ileng gore ba inetse mo diritibatsing le nnotagi thata ko motseseteropong wa rona wa Kanana, ko masepaleng wa rona wa Matlosana. Re kopana le bona, ra dirisana le dikereke, mme bana ba gompieno jana ha ke bua jana bontsi ba bona botswile mo letsholong leo la bona le ne ba le karolo ya lona ya go ja diritibatsi and the abuse of alcohol. We salute all the families that cooperated with us in that particular matter. In the same breath, Madam Speaker, as part of reconciliation, healing, and renewal, we took a conscious decision, which other people did not support, to make sure that when Ntate Mangube was still alive, we visit him, we work with him to close the old chapter. And at a time when he passed on, we also took the same decision. For as part of reconciliation, healing, and renewal, we are there as government to give him a befitting farewell as one of the people who contributed to the development of this particular country. We were doing that because reconciliation, healing, and renewal of our nation is very important. We did not end there. We went to Colini when there were problems, engaged both the white and the black community, and at some point we came to an agreement. We must work together as a community, and I'm happy to announce that Batabakolini, black and white, Indian and colored, came together as part of reconciliation, healing and renewal, and established Kolini RHR committee, which is functioning very well. That is why there is now stability there in Kolini. This coming Tuesday, we are going to be opening a house, brand new, finished, fenced, and so on in Kolini, for one of the white woman compatriot who lost her house during the protest there in Kolini. And we must emphasize, that house, which has been built for this white woman, has been built by a black person, as far as reconciliation, healing, and renewal is concerned. So we are bringing our communities together in that particular regard. We also want to thank the private sector, Madam Speaker, for continuing to work with us. Relebogela Thata Standard Bank, in 2017, they worked with us to make sure we open libraries, go Doran Belt Primary School, Limarotse Primary School. Going forward, we are going to be working with Standard Bank again to open these libraries again, Koha Israel Primary School in Mutsuseng, Hak Bos Lachte Primary School in Kolini. Now, this school, Kolinis, is doing very, very well. Kiskolo Sabana Bailo from the informal settlement and the farms, but is doing very well when you compare it with other students and other schools in the same category throughout the country. Newport High School is going to benefit from this also, which is in Rustenburg. Standard Bank, thank you very much for understanding the Samtrek philosophy. We are also delighted, Madam Speaker, to announce the following initiatives which strengthen this philosophy of Samtrek. Anglo-American has constructed Sifikile Clinic near Swartlep. Glencoe Mine has constructed Ikemelen Clinic near Kurondal. Sibanya Mine, formerly Anglo-American, has constructed Seralen Clinic and donated 2 ambulances to that particular community. And Roven Mine has constructed Bethany Clinic. So this is the philosophy of Samtrek. If we work together, we can achieve more. Let's come to the Setsokotsane 10x10 campaigns, which we have adopted as the 5th administration. Now, this 10x10 campaigns, Madam Speaker, just in brief, Kibua Lipuso, cleaning and environmental activism, VTSD enterprise development program, healthy living lifestyles, roads and street light fixing, payments of rates and taxes, education, greed, crime and corruption, Samtrek through reconciliation, healing and renewal, human settlement, water and sanitation services. These campaigns, honorable members, we conduct them on a monthly basis, and we must indicate, as far as the first one is concerned, we are now over 300 meetings that have already taken place with the Department of Local Government and Human Settlement at the helm. As far as VTSD entrepreneurship is concerned, I've already indicated some of the initiatives that we are going to be focusing on, and they include all those other issues which I mentioned earlier on when I was reflecting on the economy. As far as road and street lighting is concerned, Madam Speaker, we are going to be doing upgrading from gravel to tar of 34 kilometers of road from Morukweng to Tsauge. The next one, upgrading of gravel to tar, 31 kilometers from Morukweng to Bonabona. Yelatelang, upgrading from gravel to tar, 36 kilometers from Khanyesa to Farkhas. Yelatelang, upgrading from gravel to tar, 5 kilometers in Bujating village, Komosis, Kotan. Upgrading from gravel to tar, 23 kilometers from Setlopo village to Mitmekar village, Komahike. Elatelam from gravel to tar, 23 kilometers from 20 kilometers from Mansu to Birkral, upgrading from gravel to tar 18 kilometers, from Khomotso to Mammunkla, the following reseal and rehabilitation projects will also be worked on. Swaziland Volmaranstad is 71 kilometers, it's the same Goedgevonden 48, Matooster to Reighoek is 31 kilometers, R101 passing through Carousel is 7 kilometers. As far as education programs are concerned, Madam Speaker, re itumella gore rabe re bone 48 retired teachers who were mobilized to volunteer go leka go ruta bana ba rona during extra classes tse di tshwarwang ha sekolo se tsule and during the weekends. And NGOs like Boitekong Progressive Youth, Thuto Lesedi and Pelane NGOs were formed for this particular purpose. So, re ba lebogisa. Re butse di maths and science labs, dile 524 primary schools, and grade 3 and 6 teachers were subsequently trained to use these particular facilities. Early childhood development, Madam Speaker, care and pre-primary education were resourced with educational resources such as jungle gyms, slides, swingers, and so on for 540 schools in the VTSD areas. Let's deal with this matter of greed, crime, and corruption. And Motswana urile mashi ke pepa ke le nosi ga ke na selabe se tla le motshwara kgamelo. I must also indicate, just before I got into this particular matter, that the African National Congress, in its conference held in Nazareth, took a decision that more than ever before, the African National Congress must make sure that we strengthen the fight against greed, crime, and corruption at all fronts. I therefore want to concur with President Ramaphosa because he's pursuing exactly what the African National Congress pronounced in that particular conference, followed by the National Lekgotla, the Provincial Lekgotla, and the Lekgotla we held here in the province 2 weeks ago. Let's indicate, Madam Speaker, that this is what President Ramaphosa said, and I quote, "We must fight corruption, fraud, and collusion in the private sector with the same purpose and integrity, or intensity, close quotation." This is because, as I've indicated, the resolution that was taken by the African National Congress. In summary, in the public service, public servants are supposed to ensure that they declare their business interests on an annual basis, and we are happy to announce that over 95.5% of public servants did declare their business interests on time. I also, Madam Speaker, want to remind the House that last year I indicated in SOPA that we are going to strengthen the Provincial Forensic Ethics and Integrity Forum, comprising members of the Hawks, SABC, Auditor General, Legal and Provincial Treasury, and the Office of the Premier. I'm glad to announce that progress was registered in 2017 to strengthen this multi-sectoral partnership with regard to dealing with this particular matter. You'll also recall, Madam Speaker, that last year I indicated we have written to former President Jacob Zuma for him to do a proclamation so that the SIU can investigate some of the goings that were happening at the Department of Public Works and Roads. And we are happy to announce that the President, before he left the office, signed that particular proclamation, and all and sundry have now heard that the SIU is busy at work in that particular department. I must say, Honorable Speaker, that we welcome, as the executive, the emerging agency to support the fight against greed, crime, and corruption within the public sector. In this context, we want to urge former political heads of departments, MECs, CFOs, and so on, to cooperate with us as we deal with this particular matter going forward. Now, let me start with the first area where there is a challenge. Since 2014, Bagaitsu, when we are going across the province, re fitlhetse go na le di foundations ga gona matlo. Go na le di slepe ga gona matlo. Matlo a mang a agilwe ga agiwa sentle. Jaanong tshwetse re tseileng ke gore ra go tshwanna gore jaanong re batlisise kgannye. Re tle go kopa gore ba ine le ba khuduthamaga ba maloba le ba tsamaisi ba lefapha ba tshwana le mme Mamohono, Re Maloi, Re Dodofu, Ntate Maine, and all other concerned people. When the investigations start, please cooperate with the investigations so that we can see and hear why work was not done to make sure that our people have their houses instead of the slepe tse di tletseng mo dijareteng tsa bona. Equally, we will appeal, as I've indicated, to the HODs to do the same. In public works, re tle go kopa gore ditsela tse leng gore they were abandoned. Tse dingwe it was shoddy work, ga di a dirwa sentle. Some of the buildings it was shoddy work. Some of the buildings in the province it was just shortcuts. We will also have to investigate and deal with this particular matter. Now, re tle go kopa bakhuduthamaga ba maloba ba ba akaretsang Ntate Maise, Re Elisha, Re Sambata, Re Matlakeng, and all other heads of departments and CFOs who were there and directors to cooperate with us as we deal with this particular matter. We can't forever have ditsela di dirilwe ka mokgwa di dirilweng ka teng, some are abandoned and people can't travel on these roads, and the poor African National Congress gets to be blamed when actually it's us who don't do our work properly. For Department of Health, we are going to be attending to matters that relate to security, ambulances, buildings, pharmaceuticals, hospital catering, medical waste and equipment le tse dingwe. Re tle go kopa bakhuduthamaga ba maloma, Mme Gasmeni, Ntate Maisela, le bao inileng bakhuduthamaga mo lefapheng leo, to make sure that when we investigate, please cooperate with the investigation so that these matters can be laid to rest. As far as the Department of Finance, Economy and Enterprise Development is concerned, there's been many problems that have been raised by the Auditor General. Re tle go kopa bakhuduthamaga ba malo, ba ba akaretsa Mme Kgoso, Mme Matsimela, Mme Louisa Mapi, Ntate Martin Kaskas, Mme Maureen Modiselle, Ntate Paul Sebego, Ntate Dagi Africa, le ba bangwe ba ne ba tsamaisa lefapha go netefatsa gore ba dirisana le dipatlisiso tse so that we can deal and resolve some of the anomalies in procurement tse di diragetseng in this particular department. What Department of Culture, Arts and Traditional Affairs, there are many issues that the Auditor General has raised. We are going to request bakhuduthamaga ba malo, Ntate Chauki, Mme Botman, Ntate Ndleleni, Mme Tebogo Modise le ba bang, and HODs that were there by that time, CFOs and other directors, who rethusa to overcome some of the challenges that we have there so that we can clear off the slate as presented to us by the Office of the Auditor General. In the Department of Education, re tle go kopa bakhuduthamaga ba malo, ba ba akaretsang Ntate Tselapedi, Mme Gaoretilelu, Mme Matsimela, le ba bangwe ba kileng ba nna mo lefapheng leo, go re thusa go henyenkolla mathata a tsamaisanang le disbursements to school governing bodies and the schools themselves, dikago tsa dikolo tse leng gore di dirilwe di sa dirwa sentle in that particular department. In the Department of Rural Environment and Agricultural Development, go nnile le issues that were raised either in the public or by the Auditor General. Re tle go kopa bakhuduthamaga ba maloba gore ba dirisane le rona ba tshwana le ntate Tselapedi, ntate Kgasu, mme Mohono, ntate Serfontaine, go dirisana le ba gone jaanong go netefatsa gore whoever may have been involved in matters that are relating to houses, equipments, animals, be they livestock or wild animals, as raised by the forensic reports and the Auditor General, are attended to. The next department is Community Safety and Transport Management. Le hapale, re tla go kopa ba khuduthamaga ba maloba gore ba re thuse ba ba akaretsang ntate Mahlake, ntate Elisha, ntate Molapisi, ntate Maisele, ntate Motsipe, ntate Vilakazi, gore ba re thuse to deal with other matters that relate in this particular department, but not limited to issues that scholar transport, traffic uniforms, traffic management and licenses, and all other cases of theft that occurred in that particular department. In the office of the Premier, re tle go kopa tonakgolo ya gone jaanong, ntate eso a re Mahumapelo, ditonakgolo tsa maloba, ntate Molefe, ntate Popo Molefe, me Modise, me Modiselle, me Mamolewa, to work with us to understand gore go tlile jang gore government e be sa tlhole owner Sun City. Because Sun City is no longer in the hands of government. So we will want to understand how did some of these things happen so that decisive steps can be taken. We will not leave it there. We will also attend to matters of all PMUs that were established under the tenure of all the former premiers and all the matters that were raised by the Auditor General. I'm saying this, honorable members, because the ANC has said we must be the frontline troopers in making sure that at all fronts we strengthen the fight against greed, crime, and corruption. We are just going to mention a few municipalities where these matters must be dealt with. Madibeng, Matlosana, JB Max, Naledi, Mahikeng, Tswaing, Ramotseri, Ditsobotla, Kenneth Kaunda, Ngaka Modiri Molema le tse dingwe. We are going to make sure that all the former municipal managers, CFOs, municipal managers that include people like Ntate Mapulan, Ntate Motsimme, Sekhapo, Miri le ba bang, we bring them closer to investigate all these matters that have been occurring in those municipalities under their tenure.
Order, honorable members, order, order.
We will also not end there, honorable members. We will include all the state-owned entities and all former members of the boards. Whoever has served in the board, we will come closer to you so that you help us to resolve some of the perennial issues that were raised by the Auditor General in as far as allegations of greed, crime, and corruption are concerned. We are resolute in supporting President Ramaphosa in what he said in the State of the Nation address, that unashamedly, without blinking, we must make sure that we attend to this particular matters. What we are going to be doing, honorable members, in the next 10 to 14 days, we are going to commence a process of lifestyle audits for all the public representatives. For all the public representatives, starting with the Premier and his executive, and all former premiers and members of the executive who have served in EXCO before. Madam Speaker, you will remember, Madam Speaker, that...
Honorable members, order.
Kirile namashi, ki pepa, kili nosi, kagina silabe, se tla le motshwara kgamelo. Nonyane e mephiputo megolo e iphatla ka diphuka e le tsa yona. Ha re felle for Madam Speaker. O tla gopola gore ga non loma serota when I was going out as the speaker and you became a speaker. One of the things I raised with you was my concern around travel claims by members of the legislature. And I'm happy, Madam Speaker, gore me and you have discussed this particular matter, and we are agreed that as part of dealing with these matters of greed, crime, and corruption, all members of the legislature, current and former, will have to be investigated in as far as the travel claims are concerned so that we close this particular matter. Madam Speaker, re bua se re itse gore mosega eiye ke ena moelela dikeledi.
Order.
E re ke boeletse. Yo segang eiye ke ena moelela dikeledi.
Order, honorable members, members of the public, re kopa botsitso.
Madam Speaker, let's move forward and move to issues of water. And we start with the Pilanesberg bulk water supply north phase 1. This program, Madam Speaker, it will benefit the following areas: Lidach, Patsima, Sun City, Tlatlaganyane, Tlhabane, Wesiswe Mine, le Sun City Village. Pilanesberg bulk water supply phase 2 is going to benefit Mabiskral, Lotlakeng, Makweleng, Seolong, Makusheng, Bapong, Masilela, le Tshwaneng. Taung bulk water supply is going to cover the following areas in terms of capacity: 1 reservoir, the other one will be 3 megaliters reservoir, the other one will be 6 megaliter reservoir, 1 megaliter reservoir, 500 kilo tower, 500 milliliter reservoir, 5 milliliter reservoir, 10-1, and in addition, Madam Speaker, areas like Freiberg, Taung Water Works, which is called New Taung Water Works, will also be attended to, and the villages that are going to benefit: Kipudumon, Taung North, Taung Tower, Dry Huts, Manukwane, Bohosing, Mahokong, Taung Depot, Freiberg, Le Huhudi. Vennesdorp is also going to be covered 5.5 liters reservoir. Moretele South, yona ke 18 milliliters reservoir, le 42, and it is defeated. Water on leaks, Madam Speaker, hona le baswa ba le 537, ba ileng gore ba re thusa go dira tiro ko Makwasi, JB Max, Matlosana ngaka modire Molama Madibe Moretele le Rustenburg. Bucket system, mo bokoni bophirima, Madam Speaker, we can indicate gore 636 of waterborne toilets and installation of water reticulation and sewer system have been constructed. The following municipalities have benefited from the project: Matlosana, Lilekwa, Taiman. Ka 2014, bucket eradication projects had a backlog of 403. This was reduced to 233 in 2015-2016. And honorable members, we are happy to report that currently, Mobukoni Bupirima, Agosana bucket system in informal settlement areas. I salute. Lefapha la rena la Social Development, ladies and gentlemen, during the period under review, implemented the Reconciliation, Healing and Renewal Concrete in its quest to deliver on the National Development Plan. Objective: to create an inclusive social protection system that is responsive to the needs, the realities, conditions, and livelihoods of children and persons living with disabilities and the elderly, and they are the most vulnerable in our society. With the resources allocated, the Department of Social Development, in partnership with non-profit organizations, in it, the following things are achieved: 800 252 persons with disabilities had access to daycare services. 193 participated in protective workshops. 407 beneficiaries were cared for in the care facilities. 3,858 beneficiaries received social rehabilitation services. The disability sector will continue to be prioritized in 2018 and MTEF going forward. The state-run residential care facility for persons with disabilities is going to be designed in 2018-2019 to be constructed in Dr. Rusu Humutsi Mumpati district. 23,815 senior citizens receive care and support from residential care facilities, community-based projects. In the Department of Culture, Arts, and Traditional Affairs, Magosi a rena re tle go le kopa gore kganye ya dikgotla tse e leng gore di mabapi le gore mang o latela mang a latelwe ke mang. Selo se re tle go se bua go fitlhelela re swaletse a re se ka ra di isa go dikgotla tshekelo, a re se ka ra di isa go pusong, a di robe di kopane di netefatse gore maragana la teng a bana ba mpa a dirwa ka mokgwa setso sa rona sa Seafrika se re laelang go dira ka teng. Re patelesegile gore re feletse ka ntlha gore ne re laelwa ke dikgotlatshekelo re nne le commission ya maluleka. Yaanong commission ya maluleka ka maswabi ntate maluleka o ne a latlhegelwa ke botshelo jo bo ka kwano a moa wa gagwe o robale ka kagiso ya diegisa go rarabolola mathata. Ra tshwanelwa ke gore re kope advocate Mabel Baloi o e leng yena modulasetulo gone jaanong go mekamekana le dikgang tsa bakgatla batlhako ba leema le bapo ba ntlha le ba bobedi go rarabolola dikgang tse. E nngwe ya mahelo a e leng gore tshwanetse ra netefatsa gore itepatepanya le mathata a tatelano ke bahuritsi ba ga Gopane, Barolong bo Ratlou, bo Sitshiro le bakgatla bo Mmakau. Ha le ka rarabola dilo tse ba gaetso re tla netefatsa gore ga ra atemelane le lona go tsena dilo tse e leng gore tota ha di re tlhoke rona re le puso. In line with our 2017 pronouncement, lefapha le la rona la Culture, Arts and Traditional Affairs le tla gopola go rile ra go aga di studio. So the studios tse ba gaetso di fedile, state of the art studios. Studios se sa huleng kwa Rustenburg se fedile, basha ba ka nna ba go recorda ya di record ba go dira ko. Studio sa ko Ramosa le sona se fedile, studio sa ko Taung le sona se fedile. Basha ba rona se se ra gore ha le tlhole le patele sa gore le go Gauteng go go netefatsa gore le dira mmino wa lona. Mema Motshwari o dirile tota o ka Mema Motshwari o a tsoga o dirile tota Mema Motshwari ka mokgwa o ntseng jalo. Re tla netefatsa gore before the end of this financial year re bula those particular studios. Bagaetso metsi ya rona villages di tlhoka selo se se bidiwang Wi-Fi, mafaratlhatlha a Wi-Fi. Yaanong re dirisana le Vodacom re netefaditse gore re simolola pilot project e leng gore e ko Motsoseng, Manonyane, Mofufutso le Gopane gore baagi ba ba rona ba batla ba kgone gore le bone ba kgone go fitlhela mafaratlhatlha a Wi-Fi. Re solofela gore pele ngwago ya 15 re tla be re kgona go bula mafaratlhatlha a Wi-Fi. Re tsweletse pele bagaetso ka go godisa seredumo sa rena sa province le go e rekisa, to rebrand, reposition and renew our people's province of Bokone Bophirima. Seo re se dira ka go netefatsa gore re tshwara the annual Northwest Games, COSAFA Cup, the Maize Cup, Northwest Sports Awards, le the Provincial Boxing Championship, le the Golf Challenge e leng gore tshwara ngwago mong le mong go ya ka wa small derbies. Sports and recreation plays a very important part in social cohesion and promoting healthy living lifestyles. So re tle go kopa gore lefapha le dirisana le baagi botlhe. This intended 5 satellite sports academies with their equipment will have to be speeded up. Bagaetso re a itse gore le alla ka mahelwa a boitapoloso. Yaanong re solofela ga the Samwerk Samtrek philosophy e leng gore re tle ka yona go dirisana le ditlamo tsa private le baagi ka kakaretso re tsenya tirisong. Re dumelane le the Northwest Cricket Board go netefatsa gore we roll out the cricket infrastructure in the province with all the relevant facilities. We are happy to announce, Madam Speaker, for the Northwest Cricket is going to develop a provincial marketing strategy which will see the province host the cricket international events, 50 overs, T20 matches and so on. Outside the cricket, 50 overs, limited overs. Ki over di le masoma matlhano, T20 ki limited overs. Se leng gore le one ki di over di le masome a le mabedi. Selo seo se tlo go diragala ko St. Ves Park Stadium. We have also agreed le bona gore tla tseya our kids from rural areas, the small dorpies and the townships, they must go there to be trained so that they can become world-class players in cricket. Honorable Speaker, in 2017, we announced the much-needed government investment and expenditure in the provision of infrastructure in public schools. Some of the achievements are indicated here. 99 classrooms have been built. 81 emergency requests have been attended to. 7 sanitation projects have been delivered. 54 specialist rooms for subject specialization have been constructed. 2 new schools have been built. Upgrading of special schools are now at 85% completion. Bray Boarding School has recently been completed through donor funding and has been handed over. Boarding facilities called Lakeso Primary, Sibitwane Special, Ebenezer, Northwest Secondary School for the Deaf has been constructed and are about to be handed over. To date, 148 learners with socio-psychological problems have been placed in boarding schools. Honorable Skete, are you okay now so far? So the English is okay? All right. Because when I say maraganela thing and so on, it gives you some challenges. As far as community safety and transport is concerned, Madam Speaker, that Mahikeng International Airport is going to become a cargo hub. Things are going very well there, but the delay is on the national departments. The international license, yeah, Mahikeng, because currently it is just domestic, because license Mahikeng has a lot of an international license so that we can bring our tourists to Bokone Bupiri. We are happy to announce, Madam Speaker, hore lefapha la rona la bosetšhaba le dumelang le rona ebile ba re file lekwalo gore Mahikeng Airport e tle go tšhentšha leina yaanong e tle go bidiwa Dick Munsiwa Airport e leng gore is going to be named after our hero of the revolution, Ntate Dick Munsiwa, Honorable Dioloko. This is part of the MRRP, Honorable Speaker, that is happening to make Mahikeng the real capital city. Scholar transport, since 2014, scholar transport beneficiaries have increased by 22%, from 33,334 to 42,421 in the current financial year, with special focus on the villages, the townships, and the small dorpies. Madam Speaker, going forward, let us thus indicate some of the progress we have made in as far as the construction of some of the infrastructure is concerned. Potchefstroom Wade Bridge is currently at 80% completion. Fennesdorp Wade Bridge is completed. Refurbishment of Khanyisa Vehicle Tasting Station was completed in November 2017. Taung vehicle testing station is completed. The province has recruited and trained 225 unemployed young people who are now going to become traffic officers. These young people have been drawn from the villages, the townships, and the small dorpies. We are on course. In as far as what the Freedom Charter has said, there shall be houses, security, and comfort. And this, Madam Speaker, we have made sure that over 53,903 houses are covered and are built in the province to achieve the objective that is outlined in the Freedom Charter. As far as brick making is concerned, Lefapha le la rona la ditiro tsa bosetšhaba le ditsela is currently finalizing 11 brick making projects. They are going to be in these areas. Lebalang, I hope you got it sentle. Dry Hearts, Blue Moth, Christiana, Karisano Molopo, Madibe, Akubu, Ramatlabam, Soaying, Ratlo, Muretile, Le Fenestor. The plants have the capacity to produce over 5,000 bricks a day to 25,000 bricks per day per shift. They are expected to create a minimum of 1,000 work opportunities, particularly for our young people. Ralebocha, Mukruchamacha, Omosha, Memaluleka, New Brunswick, Clean. Itirela Road Maintenance Program. To date, the program has created 5,114 work opportunities. It is expected to have created 7,025 work opportunities by the end of the financial year. As far as the road infrastructure is concerned, the province was sitting with a huge backlog in 2014 when we came in on upgrading and maintenance of roads with only 5,083 kilometers covered. In addition, 153 kilometers reseal projects were completed. In respect of bridge construction, the department has set aside an amount of 25 million rand for the construction of the bridge or level crossing over Dr. Moroka in Rustenburg. The repairs of bridges in Dr. Kenneth Kaunda district will proceed as planned. The department is planning to upgrade a total of 60 kilometers gravel roads. Key projects in this regard include phase 2 of Pampiristad to Matlapaneng, phase 2 through the villages of Manamolela, Diretsani, and Dielpan, Kopela, 13 kilometers. Phase 2, Komukomu, Kanale Komukomu, 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 Runara Komuko, Komukomu, road D14, Lebotwani, and road Z619 from Toyelo to Gahabedi, from Moretele to Gahabedi, 6 kilometers. Good progress has been made or registered in the rehabilitation of road P28/4, ya Mahikeng from Royachron to Lechtenberg. That road is going to be renamed after Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela when it's complete, that highway, Gautsanaka Mahikeng. Madam Speaker, in as far as matters that relate to health are concerned, in order to speedily address pending malpractice and lawsuit cases, the Office of the Premier, through the Head of Legal Services, is considering introduction of centralizing legal services and coordination as a means of addressing similar challenges across the public service. Because government is either because but never operate, others are misdiagnosed, and there are many other problems that are there, and we lose a lot of money through legal cases that we lose in court. So we think we must address this matter differently going forward. The province has registered commendable progress in the rollout of HIV/AIDS treatment, and 2013-2014 patients remaining ARVs, the total is 176,260 patients. The number is now increased to 191,612 in 2014-2015. 15, and lastly, 234,000 in 2015-2016 financial year. In the current financial year, the department has procured 40 new ambulances and they are being distributed throughout the province. In terms of health facilities improvements for VTSD, economic development, the department started with the construction of 13 projects. And this other matter, that is doing the rounds in the media, affecting the Department of Health. The matter is now going to be under investigation immediately, and action can only follow when the investigation has been completed and remedial action has been suggested by the forensic investigators who are going to be doing that particular investigation. As far as strengthening our communication with our communities are concerned, other than the Setsokotsane Operations Center, which is there at the provincial level and also at the local level, this financial year, re tlile go bula seo se bidiwang Setsokotsane Radio Studio Network to ensure that we reach all our audiences in the province and for them to communicate with us better as government in general. We have also launched the community newspaper bidiwang Sempete, bagaetso ba e bala mahala. One thing we need to improve about this particular newspaper, go ya ka batho ba ntse ba re kwalla ba re re ke gore e kwalwe ka diteme tseo di balwang mo bokodi bophirima e leng Setswana, Afrikaans le diteme tse dingwe tse di tla latelang morago ga foo. Skills development, Madam Speaker, is a very important component of building any economy in the world. We took a decision last year to hold the VTSD Skills Development Lekgotla. And in that Skills Development Lekgotla, we have emerged with an action plan which implementation is going to be happening, working together with all the departments and our SETAs throughout the country. At the center of this particular objective is to address matata which are facing our young people. The province has, in collaboration with the National Skills Fund, ensured that 1,000 youth attend the General Security Professional Training. 43 learners from rural areas in the province have been registered with Denel Technical Academy to study artisan, aviation-related training, and aircraft mechanic, electrical engineering, fitter, antenna, and welding. These young people, I met them, we were at Bakhatla Gate. We spoke to them about discipline. We spoke to them about the need for them to focus on what they are doing. We spoke to them about all the distractions that might affect their studies. We spoke about them making not only themselves proud, but their families, the province, and South Africa proud. And we told them that if they do well, they must know that they might become ambassadors of this country because other countries in the world might take them because of this skill they are going to get from Denel Technical Academy. So what we are going to do is that these young people, as soon as they are done, go Denel, we are going to be opening Provincial Technical Academy satellite, so that going forward, our young people must no longer go to Johannesburg, they must remain here in the province. But we have taken a decision here, in order to grow our economy, Sefalana VTSD Poverty Eradication Initiative. This Sefalana VTSD Poverty Eradication Initiative, ya akaretsa dio tse di latelang: metsi, mash, cooking oil, merogo, meat, bread, energy, fruits, le mamepe. Re bua ka mamepe so that bagaetso le tlogela go ja sukiri ka gore sukiri ya siamela mmele. Part of healthy living lifestyle ke go tlogela sukiri, and we must switch over to to honey. Now, this 10 Sefalana Poverty Eradication Initiative items, ke tsona tse re tleng go di dirisa go netefatsa gore our villages, townships and small dorps di nna le di industries, so that every township, village and small dorp can have its own particular industry, so that we can then build skills of our people and create jobs in those particular areas. TVET colleges in the province of Bokone-Bophirima have been identified to be part of the 25 pilot projects as centers for specialization. Specialization in to produce much needed artisan skills in the province in the areas of diesel mechanic. Yano baba diesel mechanic iba rito ba katisa ko Mankwe Orbit College. By electrical engineering rito ba katisa ko Brits Orbit College. Ba bricklaying rito ba katisa ko Vuselela Klerksdorp campus. The pilot project will give employment to 40 learners per campus. Resolufela habana ba batla netefatsa gore ba dira tiro sentle. Re tlo go dirisana le ditheo di tshwana le Human Science Research Council, HSRC, to launch a provincial skills demand and supply research. When we look at our economy, which are the skills which are critical, which are relevant, that we need to drive our economy forward. Madam Speaker, gona le ba di ready puso ba le magolo a le marataro masoma a robedi ba ile gore ka ntlha dingwaga ba tlogetse tiro. Re bone go le matshwanedi gore re buisane le bone re be re ba katise gore ga ba tlogela tiro ba dirise madi ao ba yang go a bona go tswa mo pusong go itshimololela dikgwebo. Ke ka mokgwa re tleng go nna le bona hatsi re bui le bona re ba katisi. We are going to look at each one's pension and say, this is how you can use your pension to become an entrepreneur instead of just going to sit at home and enjoy your pension. So, this is also written Hosidira Seo. Municipalities, Raitumela claim, mayors, Hotola Hudirisana Moho, more provincial infrastructure coordinating council. I know it's not easy, Tatema Humapili is a bit pushy, but we are happy that you are cooperating. We are also happy on a regular basis. We are coming to attend the Bokone-Bophirima Premiers Coordinating Council, where we focus on our strategic goals and how we must implement them. Madam Speaker, Clement Manyapile na re tlogela mongwageng o hitileng pele o ya 15 mme re tseile tshwetso ya gore re tshwanetse ra mo tlotlomatsa ntate Cebo Clement Manyapile. Mo go mo tlotlomatseng re tle go netefatsa gore Leopard Park Golf Club yaanong itle go bidiwa Cebo Manyapile Golf Club. Selo seo re tle go se dira ka letsatsi la matsalo la gantate Manyapile mo gona ngwaga e tla be re hetola leina yanong e bidiwa ka ntate Manyapile. E re ke digela ka go nopola monna mongwe o e leng gore ga ke rate botsalano ba gagwe le ntate Donald Trump. Mme monna o ke monna o botlhale wa itseng tsamaiso ya economy. Ke monna wa mohumi wa ithutileng gore go aga wealth mo lahatseng o dira ka mokgwa o ntsenya. Leina la monno ke Robert Kiyosaki. Ke a monopola la ke sa rate ka mona gagwe le Donald Trump. Are in the real world of entrepreneurship, the entrepreneur that makes the most mistakes and learns from them wins. For example, Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before inventing an electric bulb. Close quotation. So let's fear nothing in our lives but Bokone-Bophirima. Let us make sure that we work hard, and when you work hard, you will make mistakes as long as you learn from your mistakes and you'll be able to achieve your long-term strategic objectives. Ke a leboga, Musa Khotla. Nelwang ke pula.
Thank you very much, Tonakolo Rahuleboha. Karakadula Mufati, honorable members and members of the public. Before we adjourn the House, let me take this opportunity to acknowledge the following. Bao elim ba embarona ba tlotlo bao leng teng mo gare ga rona ke simolle ka Red Danji, Me Mama Huma Pelu. I'm told the Minister of Communications, Me Mamolo Kukubai. I have not seen her. Oh, there she is. Ra leboga